Hi there, and welcome to day 2 of our day of prayer and fast. 3 days of prayer and fasting. Hope you've got through day 1 okay, and you've sort of survived it all right. Whatever you decided to give up or fast, then I just pray that you'll sort of experience something of the deeper greatness of God in your life. So we're focusing on God's love over these 3 days and trying to get a grasp of that and something inside of our hearts. And we're looking at the prayer that Paul gives us in Ephesians 3. And yesterday we looked at verse 17. But today we're going to focus on verse 18. I'm going to read them both to you, 17 and 18, but I encourage you again to read that whole sort of passage from verse 14 onwards. But I'll read verse 17, but we're going to look at verse 18 mainly. It says, "Then Christ will make you his home in your hearts as you trust in him. Your roots will grow deep into God's love and keep you strong. And may you have the power to understand, as all God's people should, how wide, how long, how high, and how deep his love is." So this Paul verse 18 gives us a real description of God's love, and it's amazing that he somehow manages to find 4 dimensions. We think there's 3 dimensions to everything, but there's this 4th dimension that he adds to God's love. And let's just look at that a little bit this morning, because it needs 4 dimensions, because it's a love that is beyond anything you've ever experienced. It's a love that you ever can sort of get a grasp of. It's a love that you've ever even given to anyone else. However much you love someone, God's love is deeper than that. That's why we need a 4th dimension. So he says, how wide is it? You see, it's wider than your normal peripheral view. Whatever you can see, whatever it is in your panorama as you can see, God's love is wider than that. It goes beyond all of that. It's far more than your eyes can ever see. How long, he says, is it? He says the reality is you can't reach the end of God's love. You might do some stuff that would test it, and you might do all of that, but actually you cannot reach the end of God's love. It hasn't got an end. It's unlimited in his love for you. Again, it's more than your eyes can see. And then he says, how high is his love? You see, no matter how intelligent people are, no matter how much they research stuff and science moves on and everything else with it, you'll never reach anything and an understanding of God's love more than that. It's way above every single human thought that has ever been made is his love for you. And then finally, how deep? You see, no matter how low you might go, no matter how low you might have been, no matter what you've been involved in, his love is deeper than that. It can reach you absolutely wherever you are, wherever you've been, whatever the depth you're feeling right now. His love is deeper than that, and he'll reach you if you'll just let him. You see, quite possibly the depth of your relationship with God will be entirely based, certainly significantly based, on how much you begin to grasp his love for you, how much you let his love change you, and how much you really believe in your heart, not just your head, his love for you. So focus on that truth today. Focus on all of those elements of his incredible love as you fast and think about those things today. Let it soak into your very being and change your life. Thank you.